Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into Tom MacDonald's track, Superman.
Yeah, it's a powerful one.
It really is. This isn't just another song. It feels more like a raw look at global turmoil. And our mission, really, is to unpack how MacDonald uses everything, the stark images, the surprising music choices, to talk about a world that feels like it's on the edge. And we really want to get to the heart of that big question the song keeps asking: where is Superman?
Right.
We'll be pulling from the YouTube transcript and also the Genius lyrics page for Superman, which has some great background info too.
And it's a song that it grabs you immediately, doesn't it? Pulls you right into this world facing these, huge global challenges.
Definitely.
What's really interesting, I think, is how it tapped into this very human, almost universal desire for some kind of solution, an intervention when everything else seems broken. That feeling of desperation is just, it's right there from the start.
It absolutely is. You said it pulls you in right away. What is it, right at the beginning, that makes that connection so visceral?
Wow.
I mean, that opening line, unlock my phone and watch the world die.
Wow. Exactly. It just drops you into this chilling feeling of almost detached observation. Like world disaster is just another notification.
Yeah. Just scrolling past Armageddon.
Pretty much. And it ramps up so fast from there. The lyrics, they immediately paint this picture of pure chaos, raw desperation. You hear about people crying to God while they run for their lives, and then that image, blood in the streets, bombs in the skies.
It's intense.
It's almost apocalyptic, happening right now, right in your head as you listen.
And that line about helplessness, and I hope, and I pray, because that's all I can do.
Yeah.
That feeling, it's so common when you look at huge global crises, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that sense of powerlessness sort of set the stage for the song's bigger critiques later on?
Well, I think it's crucial. That personal feeling, that plea, it establishes this baseline of just human vulnerability.
Right.
It really highlights how small the individual feels against these massive conflicts. And that makes the later commentary on, say, moral ambiguity and political motives feel even sharper, more jarring. It kind of begs the question, right? Who is responsible when even praying feels like all you can do?
Yeah.
And MacDonald confronts that confusion directly. Lines like, I don't understand who is good or bad.
Right. That really captures modern conflict.
It does. And the human cost is laid bare. Thousands of men making widows of wives. It absolutely doesn't shy away from the brutal reality of it all.
But then it pivots, doesn't it? After painting this picture of suffering, it throws in this strong political, economic layer.
It does.
How does that shift, especially with a line like, they don't care as long as you got oil sands?
Yep.
How does that deepen the message about these wars?
Oh, it's more than just a critique. The way it's placed, you have thousands of men making widows of wives, and boom, the very next thought is they don't care as long as you got oil sands.
It's a gut punch.
It really is. It just rips away any pretense of, noble reasons for the conflict. It exposes this cynical economic driver underneath it all. MacDonald is really quick to sort of dismantle the standard war narratives and show this raw, resource-based motive. It makes all the suffering described earlier feel even more tragic somehow.
And exposing that cynicism leads right into the song's core plea, that powerful chorus that comes back again and again. We need something fast, we need something bad, more than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? And then that echo, where's Superman?
Yeah.
It's not just asking for help. It feels like a real cry for a savior, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that desperate plea, it hits even harder when you think about the context. This isn't just some random single. Superman is track 12 on his album Proud to Be a Problem, which came out November 10th, 2023.
Okay.
Knowing he produced it himself and it's part of this larger, often provocative body of work, it helps frame that central question. It reinforces it as a core statement he's making.
That makes sense. And what's really fascinating, beyond the lyrics, is the music itself. It's such a diverse mix. Genius tags it with country, rap, Canadian rock, folk pop, even stomp and holler.
Yeah, it's quite a blend.
What does something like Stomp and Holler bring to this song? It sounds unique.
It is unique, and I think it's a really smart choice for this track. Stomp and Holler usually means this raw, percussive, almost rootsy folk sound. Think foot stomps, hand claps, group vocals. It creates this very primal, sort of communal energy.
Okay.
So when you mix that with country and rap elements, it grounds the song in this really authentic, almost visceral feeling. It amplifies that desperation and urgency in the lyrics we were talking about.
Right.
It's not tied down to one sound because the message itself feels universal. It's a cry that cuts across genres.
So that diverse sound really pushes the story forward, moving from just watching the chaos unfold on a screen to something much more direct and honestly pretty chilling about what's coming. It really builds.
Definitely built.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's pretty clear Tom MacDonald's Superman gives us this stark, really vivid picture of a world in deep trouble. It makes us face up to war, the confusion about right and wrong, and the real consequences of conflicts that seem driven by resources. But it's doing more than just describing, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It really taps into that powerful, widespread human feeling, this desire for some kind of benevolent force, almost mythical, right? To step in when the usual solutions, the guns and tanks, just aren't enough. That repeated question, where is Superman? That perfectly captures this deep longing for an outside savior to fix things, especially when it's so hard to tell who the good or bad guys even are anymore.
It definitely makes you think about how relevant it feels to, well, all the anxiety in the world right now.
It does.
But let's leave you, the listener, with maybe one final thought to chew on, building on the song's bridge.
Okay.
MacDonald writes, soon, you won't need a TV or an iPhone to see because you will look out the window and boom.
Chilling line.
It is. So what does that suggest about our future? When the chaos we see on screens maybe isn't so distant anymore, when it's right outside. And if Superman, this idea of a savior, isn't actually coming, what is the song really asking us? What's our responsibility, our path to resolving things in a world where good and bad are blurry and resources fuel the fire? That's something worth thinking about.